Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. We begin in Annapolis tonight. Well, it was day 3 of the trial of State Delegate Tiffany Alston. Alston is a freshman in the legislature, best known for changing her stance on same-sex marriage. But now her legal troubles have the Democrat in the spotlight. Denise Douglas is in Annapolis with more.
Delegate Tiffany Alston is clearly no backseat passenger in this case. She was clearly taking an active role in her defense a number of times, taking notes and also whispering to her attorneys throughout the morning in this case. Now, as many may know, she is charged with theft and misconduct, accused of using money from the legislature to pay an employee by the name of Rayshawn Ford in her private law firm. For most of the morning, the prosecution had an investigator on the stand laying out conversations with Ford as well as other financial transactions. Ford was paid $800 in 2011. Alston's attorney tried to poke holes in that investigator's testimony, saying that Ford's work was actually legitimate.
But this case is just about a malicious prosecution more than anything else. I mean, the evidence was there that Ms. Alston is not guilty of this crime. She did not misuse any General Assembly funds to pay her employee. The employee did legitimate work, and she got paid for the legitimate work that she did. She admitted it on the stand. They have no witness whatsoever that can refute her testimony. So that's what this case is about. It's really plain and simple.
So you are basically saying that she did do work in the district office despite...
Yes, she did work in the district office despite nothing. That was where she was supposed to do her work, in the district office, and that's where she conducted and performed her duties.
This isn't the only legal battle that Alston is facing. She is also charged with using campaign funds for wedding expenses. In fact, over $3,000 is what court documents outline. The trial for that is scheduled for October. In terms of what's going on here, the case of theft and misconduct could go to the jury by tomorrow. I'm Denise Douglas, CTV News.
And if Alston is convicted, she could lose her seat in the Maryland General Assembly. Well, Maryland Live, the state's largest casino, officially opened last night. Thousands waited to get in line. CTV's Sonia Srivastava is in Hanover with more.
Well, certainly a lot of excitement here. Now, I'm told that last night when this casino opened at 10 o'clock at night, there were people waiting outside, and they were actually lined up around the block to get into this place. And by 11 o'clock, this place was filled to capacity. Now, this morning, when they opened at 8 o'clock, they also had people waiting to get in. The much-anticipated Maryland Live opens its doors. The $500 million facility is the third largest commercial casino in the United States. We're told close to 10,000 people came last night. At one point, the place was so crowded, they stopped letting people in.
My first impression was last night, and it was a pain in the neck. I tried to get in here. I waited. I sat in my car and waited till the parking lot opened. Drove in the parking lot. Come down the elevator, and then they wouldn't let us in the casino. Said we had to go back out and get in line.
The whole mall was people parking on the other side of the mall and walking all the way over here to the casino.
Ann Douglas from Landover also tried last night but couldn't get in, so she came back today and says she loves it. What are you playing here, Tarzan?
Yes, I'm playing Tarzan and I'm playing Max 100. I just won $33. So.
There are more than 3,200 Las Vegas-style slots and electronic table games here.
We have a wide variety of table games, from blackjack to baccarat to pie gal, craps, roulette, as well as pretty much every slot machine known to mankind. There are a number of new dining options, including Bobby's Burger Palace, named after its owner, Food Network celebrity chef Bobby Flay. Weinberg also tells us the facility employs 1,500 people, with the majority of them coming from neighboring counties, including Prince George's. Many of the folks we talked to are regulars at Charlestown and Dover. So will this be their new hangout?
I mean, to me, it's like any other casino, but the fact that it's so close, I'll probably come here more often.
I'll probably come here more. Depends on how the machines pay off.
We just like the slots. It's a little closer than Dover or the other one in West Virginia.
So now that this facility is open, you're going to be coming out here a little bit more?
Sure.
State lawmakers are currently considering whether to allow a sixth site to expand gaming and possibly put a casino in Prince George's. County Executive Rashawn Baker has been pushing National Harbor and Oxon Hill as a prime location. Officials from Cordish companies say if that was to happen, they would lose almost 40% of their revenues at Maryland Live.
We think it's prudent that you have to get the existing industry up and running and stabilized before you can even have a discussion about whether we need any additional capacity in the market, whether in Prince George's or anywhere else in the state.
So if they had one at National Harbor and they had one here, which one would you go to?
National Harbor.
Now, what if there was one open at National Harbor in Oxon Hill? Would you go there?
I'd go there in a minute.
This is close. If this don't work out, I'll just keep going to Charlestown.
Now, the second phase, which will include 1,500 more of these slot machines, is expected to open in October. In Hanover, Maryland, I'm Sonia Shrivastava for CTV News.
You're watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.